Hi, it's me, Kat, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about begging. I know that there are a lot of dominants out there who say that they don't believe in begging because their word is law, and if they say something, they expect to be obeyed right away without any questions. But I think begging can be really good. It can be a really useful tool. One of my favorite reasons for begging is when I want that attention from my master, and we're going to try and keep this real G for YouTube. But when you want that special attention, and I beg in a way that gets his complete attention. And that can be a lot of fun for both of us. So, and then begging itself can be used as a punishment. If I've done something wrong and I know that I'm in trouble, sometimes my master will make me beg for a punishment. And my master has some rules for begging. When I beg, I have to be naked and kneeling and collared and on camera. So, if I'm in trouble and I know that he's displeased with me and I'm, kneeling on camera, I'm looking up into the camera, naked and collared, I mean, it really drives home my position, who's in control, who has the power. And it just kind of sucks too. I mean, there's the added suck factor because when your master or your dom's displeased with you, the last thing you want to be doing is begging them to punish you. And my master has this rule that if I ever say that I want to be punished or beg to be punished, even if I say it and I'm just kidding, or even if he makes me say it, then it's going to happen. So, on the one hand, I don't want to beg because then I know for sure I'm going to be punished. On the other hand, if I don't beg, then I'm going to be punished. And I'm already in a situation where I know I'm going to be punished, so we're just talking about added punishments on top of stuff. So, it can really suck. I mean, it takes away all of the options. It's like a no-win situation. There are no choices, there are no options, and there's nothing that you can do, So, and it just really drives home who and what you are, really makes me feel my place, and to feel those feelings. I think begging can be really good for bringing out those feelings of dominance and control and submission. And, sometimes I try and get away with not begging very well. Please, master, please punish your slave. And that gets a punishment, and after I get back from the punishment, then I have to beg again for a punishment. So it just gets an added punishment for not begging well. So, I think begging has its place. Now, there are times when I lose the privilege to beg. If master, tells me that I'm not allowed to speak while I'm being punished, then I'm not allowed to beg. And begging also can give you the option of letting your master or your dominant know that that maybe what they're doing is really hard for you and you're having trouble with it, or just in those hard situations to let them know how you're feeling, because there are situations that are hard, but you don't want to use a safe word for it because they're not dangerous situations. They're just really hard, and you just need a little more support and reassurance. And begging can let your master or dominant know that things aren't going well, or you're having difficulty, and things like that. There was something else I wanted to say, but I can't think of what it was. So, but I think begging can be very useful. I don't beg a whole lot because I've known my master a long time, and I know it what point I can beg and at what point I can't, and at what point it wouldn't do any good. I mean, because there's like a point of no return, and it's just like a look he has, and I just know there's no point in it. So, but I do beg sometimes. Mostly I beg because I'm told to, or I beg because, you know, for play or for fun. But not so much. But there are times when I do beg for mercy. And there are times when I wished I had begged for mercy before we got to the point of no return. But I mean, once you hit that point, I mean, there's no going back. You're just, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and it's just too late. But yeah, I guess that's about all I have to say. So I will talk to you later. Have a good night.